Hello everybody, my name is Jonesick. This is my first video on my very first YouTube channel. I am super new to this. It's both scary and exciting at the same time, so hopefully you're willing to come with me on this crazy journey, and we'll see where it takes us. One of my new favorite hobbies now is traveling, and hopefully on this YouTube channel I can show you a little bit about that. How I pack for things, where I go, some tips maybe that might be helpful to some people who don't know these kinds of things. A lot of people do, and there's a lot of research out there, but if you'd like to see a bunch of stuff how I would personally like to do things when I go and I travel, I would like to show that to you guys, and hopefully this helps you guys out in the future. Also, I'm a big, huge pop culture geek. I like to collect quite a lot of things, both comic book, anime, and various games and stuff like that. So hopefully I can show you guys my collection, what I've acquired, what I'm going to be doing, and I actually got a couple of things to unbox. Hopefully you guys are kind of into that kind of thing. I live in sunny Edmonton, Alberta, Canada. So yes, I am a Canadian. Doesn't sound like it by my accent, but most likely you will hear it at some point. So feel free to comment when you do see it, because I'm never aware of it because I live here. But it's sunny most of the year round. It's finally spring. We came out of a really cold winter, and now we get to enjoy the fun parts of spring and summer. And my city is known as the City of Festivals, and what that means is that we do have a lot of things going on in the city. Hopefully I'll be able to show you guys a lot of that's going on, events that happen here and stuff like that, and my favorite spots. I live in the heart of downtown, and it's a little older than the rest of the city, so I can show you a couple of places that I usually visit just to get away from like the bus and bother of downtown without actually leaving downtown, which is kind of a cool thing. Hopefully I'll be able to show you guys a little bit of the daily stuff I like to do, so if I could share a part of my life with you guys, that would be fun and exciting. My biggest goal on this channel overall is to hopefully use this as a way to do my dream job. My dream job is actually to travel for a living. A few years ago, actually about 4 years ago, I got the travel bug when I got married to my wife, and we've been traveling quite a few times a year to many different places, you know, a lot of places in Europe and stuff like that, and I love it, and hopefully I'll be able to, you know, do that for a living. And you know, I'm getting kind of tired of the 9 to 5, having a boss and doing all this kind of stuff when I'm actually watching YouTube channels, of course, about travel, people going places, and I thought I travel a bit, and hopefully this works out. I'm not looking to be like some big huge YouTuber startup or whatever, but it would be nice to be able to travel maybe 3, maybe 6 months out of the year and work part-time, because I still like being home, you know, in my city and stuff like that, enjoying the weather whenever it's possibly good. I am a huge introvert. If you ask my colleagues at work and stuff like that, do I hang out at the bar? Do I go out often? Other than seeing, like, you know, the classic superhero movies and stuff like that, I kind of stick to myself. I don't really drink a lot unless I'm actually, you know, out traveling. I don't even drink coffee unless I'm actually traveling either, because usually I don't really need it. I'm usually energized, self-motivated to go out and, you know, get my work done, and hopefully I'm motivated to do all the things that I want to do on this channel. I am also a giant foodie. I work in the hospitality industry, which means I actually cook for a living, and because of that I love food, and I've traveled in so many different places in the last few years. I think it's like 14 cities in the last 4 years. I've been trying to eat as much of their food as I possibly can. I've gone on many food tours. It's like one of my favorite things, and even if there's something cool and something weird, even if I'm afraid to do it, I'm just gonna take the chance. Who knows, like, if I'll ever be able to go to that place again and try the things and meet the people that are there, because that kind of experience is amazing to me. You know, like, one of those things of watching it on YouTube is one of those kind of cool things to see, but I got motivated by YouTube friends and family and stuff like that who are actually abroad and are actually traveling, and instead of me just envying them, I would like to maybe take a shot at maybe trying to do that. I would love to do that. There's so much of the world that I haven't seen, and hopefully you guys haven't seen, and I can possibly help you out by showing you what I go through, and maybe if you guys ever finally get out there, you can maybe do some of the things that I did, or you could share your experiences here. So please let me know if I'm traveling to someplace new and you guys want to give me some advice. I would totally love that, because doing my homework whenever I travel is one of those things where, what are we gonna see, what are we gonna do, what's cool to eat, and how much things can we fit in that tiny block of time that I'm gonna be there. I am actually very shy. It's not easy for me to talk in front of a group. I think I'm just as bad talking in front of the camera, because I've never really done this before. I usually work in the kitchen behind the scenes. So just one of those things where I don't really talk to a lot of people. Hopefully this helps me out. I have a little bit of anxiety when I talk in front of a group, and this is kind of one of the ways to help me out, because I'm really just talking to, the camera itself. I can edit and do a bunch of things to make myself feel a little bit more confident in what I'm doing, so I'm not always on the spot. There's only technically one set of eyes on me right now that I know of, and it's just, like I said, the camera. But yeah, that's what I'm doing. And if you guys have even gotten to this part of the video, thank you so much. You have no idea how much that means to me, because I'm just taking a shot in the dark, and I kind of need the kind of self-esteem boost. I'm very lucky enough. I'm married to an amazing woman who supports me in anything and everything that I'm doing, even all the crazy things that I end up getting myself into. She's totally there. She's my rock. She's my inspiration, and she is the reason why I want to have a better life for the both of us. So I'm in the middle of transitioning in my job, so I actually don't know what I'm going to be doing in the future. Hopefully I can incorporate this, whether it as a full-time thing or as a hobby. That would be ideal, and you never know unless you try. I ended up getting a little bit of a saying as we've been going through my life throughout my marriage, is because I was so afraid of flying. The first time I flew with my wife, literally I hadn't flown in 15 years, and I don't even remember. I had to get my passport right away because we were taking off, and yeah, I was like, sure, why not? And boom, we were off and going, and it was like, we should try this, and I was always afraid. It was like, sure, why not? Even though I'm like terrified at the moment or nervous, we're just gonna do it. I also have a big, I'm afraid of heights, so that's another thing. But I was able to get onto things like the Eiffel Tower and look down and do all that kind of stuff, and Suspension Bridge in Vancouver, and that was fun. And yeah, just overcoming fears. It's kind of one of those things I should be doing. Instead of just sitting on the couch doing nothing, I might as well try to do something. And since I travel a bit, I might as well start recording. And actually this year is the first time I actually started recording. I actually have a couple of videos from my last trip that I have, and I've been kind of doing a little bit of research since I'm not really going to school. Actually, technically the only school I'm going to is YouTube University, because that is literally the best, because there's no tuition, there's a lot of content that helps other creators out, and I thank those other creators for helping out. And yeah, all you gotta do is it's trial and error, and that's what all this is about. One of the biggest things I could possibly ask of you guys, other than just watching my videos and stuff like that, is if you could comment on tips, on tricks, anything to do with editing or travel, or whether you like something, or if I'm doing something wrong, if you appreciate something that I'm doing. I would love any and all kinds of feedback. It doesn't matter, you can even troll me in the comments for now. I'm gonna read as much as I possibly can, because it's just one of those things, you just learn as you go. Hopefully everything that's said is constructive and I can use it for the future, because that's all I'm doing right now. Hopefully my videos are up to par. I don't have the best equipment. I'm literally just recording this off my phone, and all my videos are recorded off my phone. So bear with the quality for now until I'm able to acquire one or two things throughout my travels. Hopefully I will be upgrading everything at some point, to the point where hopefully everything turns out better. And as you can see, I'll probably look back on this one day and I'll just be cringing to death, be like, wow, that's where I started off and that's where I came from. And it's good to have a start off point. I'm closing a chapter in my life and I'm starting a new one. And as they've said before in the past, you can't start a new chapter unless you close the book on the old one. So that's what I'm going for right now. I don't know what's gonna happen. It's just gonna be a giant gamble, and you guys get to come and see what I'm up to, and whether this does well or not, I'm gonna be sticking with it. I'm gonna do my best. Hopefully I'll be able to upload once a week, hopefully twice a week. I'm still gonna be looking for like a new full-time job. Don't know what I'm gonna be doing yet, but we'll see. And hopefully I can actually add this to part of my life. I would like to start living life again. I got stuck in a rut with my job where I just go in, plug in my hours, come home, veg, binge on YouTube, of course, like everybody else does nowadays, and yeah, just, you know, sleep and rinse and repeat until my next travel day. And those are so far and in between. I wish they came more frequently. And you know, I'm the one that needs to make the change. You know, they say the journey of 1,000 miles starts with the first step, and this right here is my first. If you've gotten this far, that's support enough for me. I'm getting a little rambly right now, but if you possibly can, like, if you want to see what I'm up to, subscribe, and comment, please. Like, I just want to hear what you guys think and what I should do. I'm watching as many YouTubers as I can, showing how to vlog or how to make videos, and what they do and how they started off. And a lot of them tell me they started off with nothing, and that's literally where I'm starting from. I like the underdog story. I like watch the progression of like someone making it through and maybe succeeding to the point where they felt like they're successful. And I want to do that. I did that at the beginning of my career. Working for free, apprenticing, reading as many books as I possibly can, and I didn't have that challenge anymore in like the last few years of my life. And now with this scares me, which is kind of a good thing because now I'm out of my comfort zone. And yeah, so thanks again, and hopefully I can see you guys in the next one. All right, again, thank you so much, and hopefully I get your support in the future. Bye everybody.